He has confirmed a list that's been circulating for some time, so it doesn't really move us forward a whole lot. The Kevins, Hassett and Warsh, and Chris Waller from the Fed, Rick Rieder from BlackRock, and McKee Bowman from the Fed. Where are we? Well, he says he's going to conduct another round of interviews. Most of those people he would probably know fairly well anyway, so I don't know how deep the interviews are going to go or what they're particularly looking for. And he did say prior to this trip that it would not happen until November because of the travel that he and the president are taking. And then he'll give the his top, he says several, so his top maybe two candidates to the president after Thanksgiving. And the president said on his flight over that he should be able to make a decision in December.
So when you look at this lineup of potential Fed chairs, would the market have an issue with any of them?
Not a real issue, no. I think that they would get different receptions. Kevin Hassett would be seen as very pliant, very willing to do the president's bidding. And so there might be a somewhat negative reaction to him. Kevin Warsh has some extreme ideas about how he would run the Fed, which I don't know how the market would take it, but it would be very interesting. They're not ridiculous, but they would be changes in the way the Fed operates. And the others are all pretty much conventional candidates. So I don't think that there's a huge amount of space between them or the markets.
Is it, if I'm going to put on my cynical investment banker hat, isn't this a scenario where the president is just going to say, I want the person who's going to lower rates the most and the most quickly?
You would think that from what the president has said, and it may be what he will decide on. We just don't know because you never know with Donald Trump. But the interesting thing is when he chose Jay Powell, to be a Fed chair and dumped Janet Yellen, it was because Powell looked like a Fed chair and Yellen was too short, according to the president.
Oh boy!
So it's really hard to come up with the criteria that he's.
That's why I like mine. I think mine's going to rule the day.
Which is yours?
Just give me whatever person's going to lower rates the most and the quickest.
Oh, okay. Your criteria.
Yeah,
I see.
That's what I think the criteria will be.
So here's the other question. When it comes to Fed chair, Jay Powell sits on the board of the Fed. So if he is replaced as Fed chair, he's not going anywhere. He's still on the board, right?
If he wants to stay, he can stay until 2028. His term is up in 2028.
Do we know if that's what he's leaning towards?
We don't know. We do know that he has refused to say. Most Fed chairs, when they're leaving, unless you're like Alan Greenspan, who ran out of runway, his term was over. But the rest of them have said that they are going to leave when their term is up, even if they have time remaining as a governor. And Powell has not, and it's widely believed that it's because it feels it gives him some leverage with the administration. They want him gone, but if he left, they could appoint somebody who, again, might be more congenial to the president's views on interest rates, but he's holding that out there for now, and he doesn't have to decide until 2028. I mean, he could stay on for a month and then decide to leave or something like that. So this is all to play out.